As much as I complain or gripe about what Revit doesn't do with regards to Revit or sprinkler design in Revit, there are things in Revit that are rather fantastic, and even if they have a minor annoyance accompanying them, overall still very good tools to use. And in this video I'm focusing on the temporary dimensions, and if you've ever seen me work a sprinkler design in Revit, you've probably seen me use them regularly. So what a temporary dimension is select an object like this, you'll see these dimensions pop up. Now this is the actual just dimension of the pipe, but this one here, it's actually locked into the center line of this wall. And I can set this to a specific distance, but in design I probably don't want the center of the wall. You can either move it to the face by grabbing that grip and then hitting tab, and you can then move it, or if you just click the blue dot, the grip here, it can cycle through the different locations within that wall where it can snap. Now you can also, if you go to the Manage tab, go to Additional Settings, Temporary Dimensions, you can set it to just automatically go to the face of an object. You can see here it went right to that face, and I can set this to say 1 foot. I want my pipes 1 foot. Now that's another temporary dimension. We'll do this. I can quickly and easily set them 1 foot off the wall or some distance off whatever the object is. And I can even, let's say for whatever reason we wanted to space off that sprinkler head, I can make this 2'6". So it's going to move whatever it is you have selected, and I use it regularly with sprinkler heads. Now with the sprinkler head, you can see it reached all the way over here. This is something, this is the minor annoyance. You can of course just simply move it over, and whenever you have the faces set, it's going to prefer to automatically snap. You have to use tab to get to the center of the wall if that's what you wanted, but then you can use this to get yourself a good starting place for a sprinkler head. We'll say 3 feet. Now this one, I clicked the head, nothing happened. I'm not seeing the temporary dimensions. What's happening here? In this case, I have a head with the head guard nested into it, and with that nested family, I guess the automatic population of those temporary dimensions, they're disabled. You have to actually force them on. This is another one of those, in my opinions, minor annoyances with this tool, because I guess Revit sees them as two separate objects versus just paying attention to the host family and going off of that. It sees them as individual families being brought in independently, so it can't give you the temporary dimension. But again, once you activate those dimensions, you can then move this about as you see fit, and even move it off of another sprinkler head. So if we needed to move that like so and this like so, you can use these temporary dimensions just to really get yourself in exacting locations very quickly. And like I said, this is an example of one of the things I rather like about design in Revit.